You're watching the Color 8 First News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to the Color 8 First News at 5. I'm Sarah Gravlee. It is a debut we've been waiting almost a year for. As you can see behind me, Dolly, Lulu, and Coda are now out in their new surroundings here at Zoo Montana. This is usually where the pond ends. There's a steep drop off under the water, so still a good 3 feet of flooding. They weigh in at some 300 tons apiece. Now, to give you some perspective, that is more than a NASA space shuttle weighs at liftoff. Things were just strewn all the way across this parking lot. Crews have already done quite a lot of cleanup work, as you can see.
Sarah, have authorities caught all the bears, and what's the latest on that front?
Yeah, Mike, we actually just got an update. Officials caught all 4 bears. It was a mother bear and her 3 cubs.
Crews based at Charleston Air Force Base have already made 165 stops here in Haiti, and it is right here at the airport that they are offloading much needed supplies and picking up evacuees. Delivery complete.
Let's go for the next one.
It is the busiest day of the year for UPS. 2 representatives from the Association of Zoos and Aquariums arrived in Billings today. While both the House and the Senate agreed on a budget, the fight over cuts, deficits, and taxes was more intense than ever. Do you feel that the legislature this time around tackled the big issues?
Well, I don't want to sound too negative.
Moral of the story, take it slow and be safe out there tonight, guys. Thanks for being with us. Have a good night. It has now been 3 days since the bears ransacked a Cook City campground. In the days since the attack, we have learned much more about the victims.
I felt the tent just fly 2 to 3 feet, and this giant thing was on my leg.
21-year-old Ronald Singer of Colorado was the first to be attacked early Wednesday morning.
There was no noise, no warning.
Singer says he scared the bear off by hitting it in the head.
This is not a free meal.
The sow and her 3 cubs moved on to a tent a few sites away, where 58-year-old Deb Friel of Ontario was sleeping after a long day of fishing. The bear latched onto her arm.
I couldn't believe the strength of this animal. I knew I was going to die. I mean, that certainly was going through my head.
Friel says she knew her only chance of survival was to play dead. When she did that, the bear moved on.
I just went into survival mode. I thought I had to survive for my kids.
The mother bear inexplicably moved to a 3rd tent and this time killed. The body of 48-year-old Kevin Kammer of Grand Rapids, Michigan was found 25 feet from his tent.
And that bear attacked other people as well as my brother-in-law. They survived, fortunately, but he did not.
I've been having a hard time dealing with that today.
Kammer, like Friel, loved to fly fish. Jim Howard says his brother-in-law was living out a dream with a trip to Montana.
Tragedy occurs and can occur at any time. I think it's important for us to pursue what we love to do, even if there's the chance of tragedy. Of course, looking back, you'd say, gosh, I wish I hadn't gone, or we wished he hadn't gone, but he could have just as easily been hurt in Grand Rapids.
Kammer, a gardener, avid fly fisherman, church volunteer, and family man, will not be coming home. But Howard says he touched many lives.
He was a wonderful father and a wonderful husband, and I was proud to have him as a brother-in-law. We're going to miss him.
3 campgrounds in that area remain closed. Officials say Chief Joseph and Coulter campgrounds could reopen as early as next week, but the Soda Butte campground, where the attack actually happened, will undergo, quote, intense management review, unquote, to determine if it will ever reopen. When administrators at Huntley Project High School heard about the Yes I Can award, they had to nominate 18-year-old Sam Shawls.
When we first saw the award come out, we thought this award is built for him.
The award honors students with disabilities who are excelling in various ways. Shawls, who has Fragile X syndrome, a form of autism, is among them.
I think we needed 3 recommendation letters, and I believe we sent in 17 or 18 from people from the school district.
Shawls helps out around the school by delivering mail and providing an extra eye for teachers.
We try to get them kids to stop running around that corner and try to get them kids in line.
But administrators say these tasks are only a small part of the way Shaw's influence is felt on campus.
He can take anyone's day. Me specifically, if I'm having a terrible day, a stressful day, as soon as Sam shows up, he can brighten your day just instantly. He's extraordinary. He's one in a million, 1 in a billion probably.
The Council for Exceptional Children agrees. Shawls was given the award at a recent school assembly.
Why was everyone screaming?
Because they can't be quiet.
No, but why? When you got the award?
They wave.
Yeah, they were waving and screaming for who?
For you.
Not for me, for
Me.
Words can't describe how proud I am of Sam Shawls.
Shawls will graduate this spring, and administrators say it will be tough to see him go.
It will be dramatically different around this school district without Sam.
I'm going to miss this place. I'm going to come visit these guys sometime. I can visit Mr. Hollowell, Mr. Wando. I can visit these guys.
And he will be welcomed with open arms. In Warden, Sarah Gravlee, Color 8 News.